Alright, what's up everybody? Today, it's MLK Day. I'm off work, so I figured what better to do than make a new video, show some of the stuff I've been using for the past couple years, just kind of do a deep dive on the one stick setup that I use and just show you how easy it is and what makes it great for, bow hunting in my opinion. I kind of go through the backpack I use, the one stick that I built, along with the saddle that I have, and some of the other gear as far as ropes, carabiners, things like that. And I'll be sure to link all this stuff down in the video description. I do have an affiliate page with Amazon, so I will get a small percentage if you guys decide to order what I have on there. So just wanted to throw that out there. But overall, it's just a great way to hunt, in my opinion. You can get in, get out, and then also the way I use it too is if I find a area that I want to hunt, I like it, I get up there and maybe see, the deer aren't moving close enough to me, or I see that they're moving this general area like every single time I go hunt. That might give me an idea to set up a lock on, depending on how the winds are, the predominant winds are in the area, along with, just the terrain features and things like that as far as thermals go. So it's a really good way to scout and hunt at the same time, in my opinion, for anybody really. But yeah, I'm not gonna get into the details of what I use. I'm gonna show a video of all the gear I have and kind of go down from there, and we'll get into it. All right, cool. So I'll probably switch to GoPro when I actually do the climb. But this is pretty much how I walk in. Sometimes I wear the saddle in, sometimes I wait till I get to the tree. It really just depends on how far of a walk I have. But to kind of go over everything. So this is my backpack. I got it on Amazon for, let me actually pull up the link. All right guys, so it's a Marting Top tactical backpack. It's a 28 liter. I got it in the army green. That's the only, I was gonna get a different color, but I wanted the 28 liter. So some of the features, it has plenty of pouches, plenty of zippers. And so I have my one stick strapped with these right here. So when I get to the tree, I'll take my pack off. And I'll go ahead and just move the camera down so you guys can see. Take my pack off, unstrap. Well, let's just get into the one stick first, actually. So that was my pack. This is the one stick that I built. So pretty much you can get just about everything off Amazon or Eastern Woods Outdoors. This is a Harkin cam cleat. I'll put a link for that. I think it was like 30 bucks on Amazon. It is a game changer. It makes climbing so much easier and quicker. This is a Hawk Helium small. It's like the small stick. They have two different ones. I got a 4-pack, and some of my friends actually built one sticks out of the other ones that I had. But the 4-pack was only like 120 bucks. Also have this Step 8er. I don't remember the brand, but it was like, I think it was like 15 bucks on Amazon, 15, 20 bucks. It's a Hang and Bang, great name. Anyways, it's a Hang and Bang 2-step 8er. I find the 2-step 8ers are plenty for me. I'm a short dude, I'm like 5'7", so you get 2 steps. This platform was one of the Hawk platforms for the Helium, and what I did was, it has like little push pin clips that you can put in there, but I found that it rattled. So what I did was just drill out 2 holes and got some bolts and some lock nuts and washers and put those on there. Not sure if it'll focus, let's see. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, did that. I also got some stealth strip, put it around there just to quiet it down some. But overall, this one stick has been awesome. It's been awesome for me. It's lightweight. I think this thing weighs like 2 or 3 pounds. It's super light, and you can just throw it in your pack and you can be up in a tree in no time, and I'll kind of go into detail about that soon. All right, so that's the one stick. I'll show you guys all the parts, or I'll put a link for all the parts I used. Also, this is going back to this is an Amsteel rope, and this stuff is rated for like some ridiculous amount, like 1,000 pounds or something. But basically this goes around this, where you normally have just like a strap to go around the tree. And what it does is you wrap that around the tree, and then you hook this into the cam cleat, and then it can't go anywhere. It just locks in. And when you're climbing up, I'll go into detail about that, but basically you just pull this and you're out. I've never had any issues with it falling off on me. It's been pretty straightforward, pretty easy to do. Actually, one of my friends at work, he showed me his setup, and I'm like, you know what, I'll try that. And I've used it pretty much all season for the past 2 years. I do hunt out of a lock on every once in a while, but majority I'm hunting out of that. All right, so next thing I have is the Trophy Line Nimbus saddle. I believe I have this in a large. Let me double check. And yeah, medium large. And I'm about 180 pounds. So fits me great. They have a size chart on their website. I'd recommend this brand. It's really good. But if you're not familiar with saddle hunting, a lot of people use sticks, like multiple sticks and a platform. I find the one stick to be even better and even easier to use. So overall, the Nimbus saddle, it is a great saddle to use. Super simple to put on. I also have this like little dump pouch where I keep my carabiner and my Mad Rock Safeguard. This thing is awesome. You get out of the tree in no time. I've also put some stealth strip on there, which it moves around a little bit. I need to redo it, honestly, every couple, maybe once or twice this season, depending on how much you use it. But this is a black diamond carabiner. I can link this as well. You don't want to use one of those carabiners from freaking Home Depot, or you could potentially, I don't know what could happen, but you could probably break some stuff. It probably wouldn't go over very well if you fell out of a tree. I would not want to do that. So just don't cheap out on that kind of stuff. You just get the good stuff. Something else, which I keep in here. This is basically to retrieve your rappel rope and what you use for your tether too. A lot of people use Dynaglide. I didn't want to spend like $30 on it, so I found this really strong. I guess it's similar to Dynaglide. There's not much, it doesn't flex at all. And I got a big roll of it for like 15 bucks, and I put 2 carabiners at the end of each, or at both. I put a carabiner on each end, and that's all I keep in there. A lot of people will put their rappel rope. I don't like doing that. It just weighs it down, in my opinion. Some of the nicer saddles have actual pouches built into them, which would probably make carrying it a little bit easier, but I just want to carry as least amount of stuff as possible while I'm walking in the woods if I'm wearing this. Another thing with the saddle is your bridge. The Nimbus comes with this Amsteel, and it also comes with another black diamond. I think this is black diamond. No, this is Wild Country carabiner. And this basically just hooks into the other side. So when you lock into the tree, your butt's here, and this thing's just holding you like that. I'll show you with the GoPro kind of how it sets up. And then finally, the most important piece, in my opinion, is your rappel rope. So I got this off of Eastern Woods Outdoors. They have the sewn eyelet or sewn, yeah, I guess sewn eyelet hole. You have to buy this separately. This is a Kong, and this is basically so it doesn't get side loaded like some of the other carabiners. This thing ain't gonna break. It's just not gonna break. It's really heavy duty. So it comes with that, and I chose to get this is Dynaglide sewn eyelet at the end of it, and then I put this just carabiner from Amazon on the other end, so you can pull up your bow, your gun, whatever else you want. I think it's just good to have something else to pull, or your pack up if you want to do that as well. But that's pretty much all I carry into the woods. So you got your one stick, you got your saddle with your rappel rope, your Mad Rock safeguard, and just basically either a Dynaglide or use the rope that I did to pull your rappel rope out of the tree. It's pretty simple stuff. I really enjoy it. You can get in and out of the tree super easy. You can quiet it down with stealth strip. It just really makes it versatile hunting. And what I really like about using the one stick rather than using, you know, just your traditional lock on, things like that, is you can get you're pretty much behind the tree while you're hunting. So you can pivot around, move around. If you see deer coming in an angle you don't really want them to, or you know you're gonna get busted, the wind switches on you. It just makes it a little bit easier to pivot and move around so the deer don't see you as well. I really like that. And it's been huge for me. But overall, everything either straps onto this backpack or I wear it in. And once again, this backpack is awesome. And it was like 40 bucks. I'll put a link for it in the description as well. You know, I keep an extra lineman's belt in case I go over any branches, any extra batteries, camera gear. Overall, really great pack. So now what I'm gonna do is probably switch to the GoPro some, because I'm filming by myself and I don't know how I'm supposed to get this up in the tree. But I'll do my best and we'll go from there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put my saddle on now, just so it makes it easier. Also, tip, do not keep stuff in your pockets because you won't be able to get to it that well, and or it will squeeze them into your side or into your belly if you're fat. All right. And so basically, you just put it on like a belt. So you got two straps. One goes to one leg. One goes to the other. These tag ends, I normally just shove them in my little cargo pockets, but it's not that big of a deal. You want them snug, but you don't want them too snug to where it cuts off circulation. Along with your bridge. So what I always do is I always just clip it in like that. Make sure this is closed. You don't want to fall out of a tree because that's happened to people. So we're good. We're set up there. Now, in my pouch, I have my Mad Rock safeguard and I have my pull rope. So what I'll do first, before I do that actually, let me just move that out of the way. I don't need that right this second. Before I do anything with the rope, I'll get my one stick, and you want to find a tree about the size of a basketball. And I think what I'm going to do is go this way so the camera can see. So I normally set it where the cam cleat is like right at eye level, or wherever your bottom step is, as long as you can reach that. So put your chin on it, wrap it around the tree, and then I always just tuck it up like that. And then you can pull out and then pull down like that and just cinch it on there. Super easy. All right. So once that's done, then you want to get your rope, your rappel rope. And some people do it with it in a pouch. I prefer not carrying up a bunch of stuff in the tree. So I'll throw it on the ground like that, clip it to my bow, clip it to my bag, whatever I need to do. All right, so I always put the open end on my left side. It just makes it, once you get into a habit, you'll get it done really fast and it works extremely well. All right, so you want to open this up just like that. I just kind of have it kind of like you have a tie. Just kind of hang it down like that. Now you get out your carabiner and your Mad Rock. And so what I do is you open it up. I'll get two views. You open it up like this. Then with that, the loose end with all the tag end, the tag end's over here. You go down and over. So this side goes to the side with this. And then what I always do is I go face down. So clip like this. And then you pull it over. Like so. And then you start working on climbing. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move this camera up and we're gonna lock it in there. That way I can just climb up and then just start the video from there and kind of walk through it. All right, so now make sure you don't have any tangles. And what I do is I make sure this one's closed, your bridge, make sure that's closed. Make sure it's at a good distance. What you want to do is leave that open for a second. Some people do this differently. I'm gonna show you how I do it. So I'll get in the tree like this, put my 1 foot in, put your toe to the tree. Then step on it a little bit and then pull yourself up, grab the tree, go around. Now, what I do is I will get this, bring your rope around. I always go from left to right, and I'm just standing on the platform, but I'm only like 4 feet off the ground, so if I fall, it's really not that big of a deal. Some people, if you want to do it differently, you can, but this way works fine for me. Once that's closed, you want to raise this up as high as you can get it. All right, we got that. Now, so I get my bridge and I clip in and I close this down like so. And then what you do is you pull this and then pull this slack out, like with your tag end, pull that slack out. And then you can sit back, test it just like that. All right, now you're saying, okay, well, that's fine and dandy. You're up, how do you get up further? All right, so what I do is normally I'll let a little bit of slack out. If I have it up high, I will squat down, put my legs around the tree, and I will reach behind me, grab this tag end, and pull it out slowly. See that? It just unclips. It'll take some time, definitely takes practice. Don't try to do this the first time in the dark because you will be cussing. But then I push out with my feet on the tree and repeat the process. Put the stick up, swing my tag end around, put it through the cam cleat, put that above me. Then I push out, push down, get my foot, toe in the tree, step down, and then what I always do is I put my hand around this rope. That way this doesn't bang into the metal and this tag end doesn't get in the way. So I put my hand around it, put my hand around the tree, take 2 steps. Before I get on the platform, I start moving this up as I'm stepping up. Move it as you step up. Move it as you step up.
All right. Then if you look at that, I mean, we're already, I don't know, 12 feet, probably 12 feet, 9 to 12 feet. I don't know. I'm not good at judging. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. Go down a little bit to where you can reach down and grab, and you'll figure that out. And so if you see, I got both hands off. You can pull that and it releases. Same thing. We're gonna do it one more time just to show you how simple it is. Lock in, pull down, push your toe into it, push down, put your arm around it, and go up. Make sure your bridge doesn't lock up under the stand. And so, depending on your trees, and depending on what area you're hunting, you know, if you need to get higher or lower, whatever. You can go as high or as low as you want. Well, really as high as your rope will go. I mean, I still got I could probably go up 2 more times, which I'm not going to, but you can. So right now, I mean, I'm in a fairly decent hunting level overall. I'm probably 15 to 18 feet, and I can go up higher if I want to. So it's comfortable. So, you know, hands-free. Now I'd have my backpack out. I'd put a little loop around the tree or lock in the tree, hang my pack, hang my bow hanger, get ready to hunt. And so if you think about it, I got this. So if the deer are coming in this direction, I can get behind this tree and they aren't gonna see me. Or they won't see me as easy if I was on a lock on and facing them. So with that, you're pretty much locked in. You feel good. I'm comfortable. Sometimes you get a little bit of hip pinch, but overall it's very comfortable. So now what I would do is I pull my rope up, put the excess end into my book bag if I had it, which I have it down there because I'm not hunting. But so the biggest thing is just make sure you don't have any knots on this. And I put this in my backpack, and then I don't have anything hanging but the one stick. I mean, you can see where I'm at right now. I mean, I'm comfortable. I can move around. I probably need to tighten this. It's a little squeaky, but I can move around. I can hunt all of this area. I can hunt all of this. And say I need to make a shot back there, I just put my shoulder right here, turn around, boom, I got shots 360 degrees. It's awesome. It's super simple, super fun. So this is the fun part. So once I'm done hunting, say I shot my deer, ready to get down, or I didn't see anything, throw your rope down or lower it down with your bow, whatever you want to do. And this is the part where you got to pay attention to what you're doing. I personally do not really like climbing with branches in the way because it can just make it more difficult at times. But if you do, the same process follows. I just don't like unclipping and getting my lineman's belt on and all that. So anyways, this eye hole, I just clip my carabiner in there, and whether you use the Dynaglide or the stuff that I got on Amazon, I'll show you how to wrap it, but throw that down, unravels, it doesn't tangle, works great. So now that all that's set up and you have this secured, you can start to climb down. So what I do is pull this, and you'll have to figure out the motion of it all and what tension you need to give it. But I go down to my platform, pull my platform up, cam cleat releases, and then a lot of times I'll just put it in my lap like that. You can do whatever you want, you can clip it to your bag, whatever. Put your feet out like this and just slowly walk down, or you can go as fast or as slow as you want. But basically this is just tension. And so you're just breaking that tension and letting it slide. Like, you see, You can go as fast or as slow as you want. Boom, we're at the ground. So basically opposite of what you've done. So unclip from your bridge. I use this carabiner, I unclip, I clip it onto this side just so it's out of my way. Now, Mad Rock. Undid all that. Pull that out, pull this out, put that through there, and I just clip it onto here while I'm winding up this rope. But now, all right, so now what you're gonna do with this orange cord, which I put it orange so I can see what I'm doing, is you're just gonna pull it, and it's gonna release that around the tree, the tension. And sometimes if you're lucky, it'll just fall all the way down the tree like that. Sometimes if it's real stuck in there, not wanting to move, you can just wrap this orange cord around your one stick. Make sure you get it at a good angle, like 45 degrees, and it'll break the tension a lot easier. All right, so this is down. Now it's time to wrap this rope up. I saw this video online from Stag in the Wild, but basically you wrap it like this. You just alternate like this. I don't know what's going on over there. Anyways, just alternate it like that. And I believe I have like 50 feet of this just to have extra in case I need it. And it doesn't, if you wrap it like this, it ain't gonna tangle at all. So boom, say you're done. I use this side, and what I'll do is I'll just wrap it around like so. Throw it in my dump pouch. It's always at the bottom of my dump pouch. Then what I'll do, just put this back in there. Close my dump pouch. With this, which I might get a different one of these because this thing's just kind of noisy. I haven't figured out how to quiet it down yet. All right, boom. I always close this back up, or at least get it to where the rope won't come off so I don't lose it. So like there's fine. Then I'll just wrap it like this. So just wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around, wrap it around. And once you get into a routine, it makes it so much easier. All right, so this is around. Take about that much out. Wrap it around like so. I'm gonna grab my pack real quick. Just to show you, and say I'm done hunting, right? Like, I'm gonna move this camera down just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Say I'm done hunting, all right? Throw my rappel rope in my bag, unclip, unclip, unclip my saddle. Everything's tucked away, all ready to go. Put my saddle in the bag, zip up. Now with this is how I tuck mine away. So I'll always get the aider, pull it up, wrap it 1, 2, 3, just so it's tight. Both sticks are out. Then I'll get the am steel, go down, around, and honestly, I have a different pack now, so I'll do it differently, but then you just go around like this, so it's out of the way. Then you just put that on there, click, click, and off you go. You're set up. That's all the gear you need to get into the tree. So I'm gonna shut my GoPro off now. All right. So 18 minutes, and I was going kind of slow. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. 18 minutes was all that took. It wasn't bad at all. It was very simple setup, very easy to use. I really would recommend one sticking to anybody who
hasn't tried it before, hasn't used it before. I think altogether it was probably around $500 for everything, which it's kind of expensive, but you think about lightweight, ease of use, easy to get in, easy to get out. It's just been great. So hope this video helps. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer all of them. But yeah, so that's the one stick setup that I have, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and if you want to share this video with some buddies, that'd be great too. And I'll be sure to make a lot more videos this coming season and kind of the off-season stuff, what I've been doing. And I appreciate all the support. Thanks, guys.